February 27th, 2023. It's a Monday. I am still here in the same place. I haven't raced off to a hospital far, far away, and to just kind of be there and powerless and waiting and I'd just be there, and there wouldn't be anything I could do. Here, there's at least some things that I can do that, my normal, that but there I would just be standing around with basically strangers who I used to consider to be, and still are, family that I haven't spoken to in a long, long time. And this is the only event that's bringing us together, which is how it is for a lot of families. And, not all families, of course, but this one. And this could be the last time that I see a lot of them, because I will have no further reason to meet with them. It's just how it is. And maybe it's sad, and maybe I am supposed to be making more of an effort to keep everyone together and do the whole exchanging Christmas cards and calls on people's birthdays and remembering people's names and their children and their children's children and the names of the people they get married to, and when things happen in their lives, and then I'm supposed to reach out and support them, and it's like, I don't know, I've never been that person. And I felt guilty about it, because I feel like other people, they do all of that social and family upkeep and maintenance, and it's a lot to keep track of, and I don't know how people do it. Of course, I also don't understand how people find the time and have relationships and have children and friends, and go out on a weekly basis and go to events and travel, and there's a lot of things I don't understand, and a lot of things that are not outside of my understanding or beyond my capacity, but they're just things I just don't do. And I swear that I used to do more when I was younger, and just had more freedom, and wasn't as strictly scheduled, as far as having a job with responsibilities and obligations and commitments to be in a local area and only have scheduled vacations and things like that. And the fact that I've just been alone and remained alone for this length of time, I just never developed a sense of urgency to take vacations and do things other than that I want to do, because I'm kind of always on vacation. Work is just something I go and do, but I'm kind of technically, if I'm doing things okay, then I'm on vacation all the time. And of course, I'm not always doing things okay, and I forget to let work just get the better of me, and work worries me and predominates my thinking and stresses me out for no good reason, because the work itself is it's just not worth it. It's not worth, I don't get paid near enough to worry over it as much as I do and stress about it. And because the work isn't even, it's not actually the work, it's the social, it's the people, and it's not even the customers, it's the other employees that require so much thought, because they have expectations and demands on attention and social requirements of, being friendly, maintaining the status quo and the social quo and the friendliness quo and all sorts of quos, which I don't know. And I don't really seem to mind not participating in. It's like I'm there to, do the job, and I'm not there to, make friends, and because I don't want to like hang out after work or get to know them really and find out about their life story and be friends with their social circle. And it's just I have my own social circle, and it doesn't involve work. So work is not my life. Work is not my identity. And I like to keep it that way. And I like to keep work as a separate from the rest of my life. I don't want them to combine. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Not for me, at least. Because as soon as worlds combine, then it's, I don't know. There's no escape. It's like I'm always somehow, yeah. I don't know exactly how to say what I want to say, or if I have a point, really. But maybe now enough time has passed that no one is watching. There's no chance of it. So I'm free to talk about what I would prefer or need to. I was thinking about today how, I can't really do shorts at this time. The little 1 minute uploads where I pick a topic and then try to focus on it and say whatever it is I want to say in a minute. And I have to get a thought going and then finish it to some degree in a minute and create a video that actually is interesting or entertaining or educational or insightful or something. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm doing them. Because, I don't know. I guess I like the attention. I like the attention. And I don't think that's a bad thing, because but my mind is preoccupied right now. There's just this one thing going on in my life. So everything else is just kind of on pause. My thoughts and my energy and my attention is just on what's going on in that hospital. And just living, waiting from update to update. And so far, there has been, since the last event, there's been no sign of improvement. They keep trying things as though, but there's no sign of mental activity and alertness or response to stimuli. And she was already in a really bad way before all that. And just, I don't know. Outlook was never good. Prognosis was, I don't know. So, I haven't had an update today. And I don't plan on traveling. I saw her in October, and I spoke to her just a day before what happened. And that was enough. I don't know if I could do any more. And to be there and just, I've already said my piece, and I already got a chance to say everything that I wanted to say. When I had a chance to say it, when it mattered for me to say it, I had the talk about this and that. I had the talk about that and that. The most difficult one for me to have, which I had over a year ago, was letting her know that I knew about being autistic, and how that had been shaping, and I'd been letting myself accept that identity. And her reaction because it seems like it was something that they've been trying to hide from me, or downplay, or not let me know about, because if they just treated me like I'm normal, then I'll be normal. And her reaction is like she already knew, and it's like, I never thought of you as autistic. And it's like, oh, and it was like a facepalm moment. I think I literally facepalmed. Not that there would have been much difference, I don't think, as far as what was available and known at the time when I was growing up, and where I was, and how things were, and the resources. But that's a whole different topic about would I have changed anything, and the answer is no. Everything has to remain exactly as it is for me to get to now, and change anything, and it's like, who knows? I have the experience that I got, and I'm not about to start pulling at threads and unraveling tapestries. So it's like, I'll do okay with what I've got. At least I'll do my best. I've got a pretty good starting point from now. And I didn't know that then, that I can start over anytime and just take a detour, do something different, try something else. It's like I'm not locked in and trapped. So life is just about my own determination, and what are my inclinations, And it's like I've already got a life if I want it. That's already just prepped and ready, that I can just relax into, and I could do it for the rest of my life if I wanted to, but I kind of don't want to. I'd like to do other things, I think. I just don't know what they are yet. So I'm just, like I say, I've been just kind of in a holding pattern, and I've been in a holding pattern for a while, and just kind of not sure when to jump, and I still don't. But anyway. But a lot of my life right now is just kind of on pause, because I'm waiting for the situation to be resolved in one way or another. If there actually was some recovery and sign of anything, I would go just to see it for what could be a very short window of time. And maybe there's some reaction or some, but I just don't think it would last. And our health was already in such a debilitated state. So there's not much good long-term nursing home. She didn't want to live in a nursing home. So, I don't know. It's not my decision. I just have my own personal opinions about it and feelings. And maybe they're not the standard or the normal ones where a lot of people would want. It's like, well, keep them alive for as long as possible. To what end? They'll just, be in a vegetative state. I mean, my personal thoughts on that is like, it's like, I think it's already gone too far. being forced to stay alive. It's like, so anyway, I don't have anything to say, and there's nothing, just me talking. But I just know that I really can't really do much as far as like it's like I try to think about other things to talk about, or other things that I've been noticing or wanting to talk about, and I leave myself notes and things about things for later. And to me, it's just like I until this situation is resolved, it's like I really just have one mind, and I will not be able to move on until like this trip happens in some way. So I don't know. I'm starting to fade as far as like having words that I have to say, and I'm just talking in circles. So there's other things I want to talk about, but I just don't have the energy for it, I guess. It's not that there isn't interest or curiosity or I'm just a bit overwhelmed with its own personal, I don't know. I'm trying to be as reflecting and insightful as possible, and maintain composure and candor, and yet be sensitive and considerate to the subject, and compassionate. I'm trying to not feel as though I am so distant and detached that it doesn't mean anything, as it does. Just I have difficulty at this point determining what exactly there is left to feel. As far as my grieving, it's like I cannot move on with my grieving, because there's like, it's just kind of stuck in limbo, and that purgatory of not knowing. It's like, well, so it's unresolved. And it's like I would like there to be, that's impatient on my part and selfish on my part, that I would like there to be some, it's like, oh, she's getting better. Okay, well, we can work on that. Oh, she has not gotten better and is, yeah, okay, well, we'll go ahead and make arrangements. But this limbo is difficult to live in. And it's like, what do I do? And no one can tell me. Everybody just, it's like, well, you got to do what you got to do for yourself. And it's like, that just feels selfish, and, no one can tell me how to deal with this situation. It's like, I only know that from my experience of what I think other people do, they race off to hospitals and stay at their loved one's side, and they're just there for however long it takes, and it's like, Whereas, like, I've already said everything. And there are people with her, and I will go, but I don't think she's there any longer. And I just don't think I can be there for that process of waiting. Like here I have some emotional distance and separation, whereas there I'd just be lost and in a different place. And I would be worrying about things that are going on back here, and then I'd be way outside my comfort zones, which isn't a bad thing. But anyway, now I am just rambling, so. And I haven't had any news since the last video, so there's nothing new there. But my brother was traveling today, so he should be on the ground now and on his way to start gathering information. And so he'll have a first-hand account of what's going on, and he'll talk to some people about everything. So, until then, until I know more, I guess that's it. And this is just me leaving a record for myself about what I was doing, what I was thinking, how I was doing. And the condition of my emotional landscape. So, yeah, I guess that's it.